listening. Whenever you're ready, Hermione.
Alright, well, we're very excited to be back at stage of the 19th Meredith Music Festival speaking with Heavy Trash, John Spencer and Matt Verta-Ray. Welcome to Meredith.
Thank you.
Is this your first time at the Meredith Festival, obviously?
It's the first time for Heavy Trash.
Yeah? And are you excited to be playing at this particular festival?
Hell yes. Yeah, we are. It looks really great. And we rolled up and Daisy and Lewis were playing.
Desi, Dino, and Billy.
Oh, I got that name from the
and
beginning.
we know those cats and they're great and they just sounded wonderful. So it was a good.
Lovely spot, and
Yeah.
especially nice to come in and have some nice music playing. And we're excited. I must say I'm a little nervous, because there's a lot of people here and there's some good bands on. So
Yeah, it's a great lineup, isn't it? Are you excited to see any other particular bands that are playing?
I think forgive me, my mind is elsewhere, but is Jarvis Cocker on there?
Yeah, Jarvis Cocker's on later tonight.
Yeah, if we're still around, I'd like to see some of his show.
And do you still get excited to play live shows? Obviously, you've both been in lots of different bands, but playing together, you enjoy playing live?
Oh yeah, that's the big charge. It's really one of the main exciting things about being a musician is to get to make some kind of connection with an audience. It's really.
And it's just the two of you up on stage together?
We're joined by a couple of fellow New Yorkers on drums. We have a guy named Sam Baker and our double bassist Simon Chartier. So currently, Heavy Trash is a four-piece.
Excellent. And New York's the base for you guys. Is it a big, it's obviously a big musical community, but did you know each other socially? Is that how you got together to form the band?
Yeah, sort of socially, professionally. I guess we met just hanging out, knowing other bands. And then at some point, my band, Speedball Baby, was asked to tour with the Blues Explosion, and John and I kind of got to know each other better in that context. And
what did you bond over? What did you find you had in common?
chess, mostly.
You got the right dressing room for it.
Yeah, I know, that's what we demanded, the checkerboard dressing. And they're carving us some tofu chess pieces right now. Well, rockabilly music and roots music, American roots music in general. But I think rockabilly is lately become a lot more sort of widespread. I think only a few years ago it was just more obscure, and finding the nooks and crannies of weirder recordings was more difficult. So John and I, we recognized that we both dug this kind of at the time sort of esoteric sound, and started playing jam together informally.
And writing songs together? Do you just share the songwriting?
Yeah, we do.
Is that a nice experience for you guys?
Yeah, it's very nice. Matt's a very nice person to write with.
Yeah, we have the way we write is in the studio that we use to record the lion's share of our records, and so it's kind of a continuum between writing, coming up with the stuff and putting it on tape, and then overdubbing. It's not like we write a bunch of songs and then book studio time and it's a different head.
And this is your studio. Is this the one that you set up?
Yes.
Is that in your house or something?
No, the original one was in my loft. That was many years ago, and the one I got now is it's in a isolate. It's in a discreet spot. So yeah.
And I suppose really playing to a big festival show is important to you to give a lot of energy in the live performance, and
Actually, we're here to soak up energy.
Yeah.
We're here
Tapped
to
out.
take it, collect it, bring it back home.
So I store it up like a battery.
We're old, withered men.
It's funny because I was reading a nice interview that was in Perfect Sound Forever, and it said that you like music that was playful, alive, and joyful. And I remember seeing, I never got to see Matt Rose or Speedball Baby, but saw the Blues Explosion, and the energy is amazing. And
Rock and roll is
lively music.
It's good music, yes, it is.
I heard you're sorry.
No, it's okay.
I was just going to say, I heard you're a Little Richard fan as well, and Lucille's always been one of my favourites. That's got huge
It's a good song.
It's a great one, isn't it?
He's the queen.
Is there any modern musical styles that you sort of find that you're incorporating, as well as sort of these older 50s kind of stuff?
I think we're not strict in what we do. We're not Luddites. Not for the way we make the records, and not for our influences either. Personally, yeah, I mean, I take tremendous influence from hip hop and punk rock and things like free jazz, and I think all over the place. Yeah.
Is that musically like something that you can see yourself doing more of, like more sort of improvising stuff?
I think that could I see? Perhaps, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm very happy playing with Heavy Trash. I really love this band and this kind of music, And while hip hop or electronic music may not be right out there on the surface, it's in my veins, and it comes out in the things that are right.
I think also, that rather than being influenced by specific styles of music so much, I think, it's less conscious. I think John and I both have big record collections and overlapping in a lot of areas, and, love music and try to have it in our lives all the time. So, it sort of gets into your back brain and only percolates up to the prefrontal cortex, sort of unconsciously. So we're not trying to write a song like Run DMC or to write a song like Arvo Part or something. It's trying to, it's in us, and we've been doing this long enough, so we can, I think we've kind of pulverized and digested the influences, and so that when it comes up, it's just us, And but it would be foolish not to pay homage to what did go into that stew, what did influence us and the kind of music we've always loved.
And how did you end up getting to love that kind of music? I was hearing that your mum had a big rockabilly collection.
Yeah, she had some rockabilly. Yeah, she had a pretty eclectic collection. I wouldn't say it was a huge rockabilly collection, but there were some Sun records in there, and that's what I really gravitated toward. And so yeah, and music was always a part of the house. There was always opera on the weekend, and the Texaco opera was blasting.
Texaco opera quiz. What was the name of the announcer?
I failed the quiz already.
Yeah.
And what about you? Did you grow up in a house like with lots of music all the time?
We had the opera on as well, but I think no, there wasn't a lot of rock and roll.
Musical parents, or?
My mother's a big fan of classical music and the opera. Yeah.
Does she like what you play?
My parents are. I don't know if it's really her bag, but they're pretty supportive. They're okay.
And they come to your show then?
Every once in a while.
What we usually like to do is on a Saturday morning, you get up and you put on some of the semi-classicals, the marching music. You dress up in some kind of crazy outfit, march around, and it's pancakes, cartoons, more marching music. It's the usual thing. It's a New York thing. Most people do that.
Is Heavy Trash really your full-time thing at the moment? You both really, this is
Yeah.
the only band that you're
And
in?
I think for me it's a bit frustrating because this is about 5 years in, and we've just released our third album, Midnight Soul Serenade, and yet people still write about the band as if it's
Brand
some
new.
little a side project. This is
That would be
the
frustrating.
main thing.
Yeah. So 3 albums in, you have plans for more albums to record, or?
I think
Yeah.
we've probably got the fourth record already done, really.
Yeah.
That's great that you're finding it, satisfying being in the band together. It's good to find a good band, isn't it?
Yeah.
People that you're happy with.
Actually,
No, you're really fighting it.
Stand it.
Okay.
Can you divide this interview into 2 separate?
That's it. You look that way.
You've
look
got
that
some
way.
fancy equipment, right?
Yeah.
Can't you digitally
Do it in
insert
post.
Hermione between me and Matt?
And I'll go like,
just
okay.
split down the screen.
Yeah, split screen. Yeah.
Stop the fighting.
Yeah, I know.
let's stop the violence, huh?
Yeah.
Let's make Meredith
Can't we all
Let's make Meredith positive this year.
just get along.
Yeah,
People.
Meredith is always such a drag.
We're a bit. Yeah, it is. That's
Everyone's
fucking
so
dragged.
depressed.
This is the worst. We're a bit scared though because driving out here, our friend who's taking care of us was saying, "Oh well, coming back, we got to be really careful because there's a good chance we'll hit a kangaroo or a wombat, and if that,
Their cars are
it's
toast.
just gonna
Yeah.
be ruined."
That will fuck the radiator for sure.
Yeah. So
He said they hit a wombat.
I'm scared now.
Yeah, it really says you need to have your seatbelts on because we're pretty guaranteed to hit at least a kangaroo.
We're
Yeah.
gonna hit something.
If you don't hit something, you'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
Are you feel like one of the, like people who are maybe mad to see the wildlife. A lot of the people come out to Australia like, oh, I haven't seen a kangaroo. I've been here for like 12 hours and I haven't seen one.
This is probably my 9th trip to Australia, so I've done it.
Kind of used to not seeing kangaroos.
So
all the time.
I was wild, but I was, Matt is a big lover of the animals, and so I was. I feel kind of bad that we didn't do it on this trip.
Well, I'll get to see him someday, as long as you take care of those echidnas for us and those wombats.
Yeah,
I need someone to come back.
you'll be scraping them off the
After
bumper
being
tonight.
at a grill.
Bro pizza.